Hi y'all, welcome back. Question number 34. Should you worry about polybutylene plumbing or aluminum wiring? We sometimes refer to the polybutylene plumbing as PEX. Now, you probably have heard of PEX plumbing before. The newer PEX is typically great, okay, no issues. There was a time for a short while where the PEX plumbing was actually causing leaks. It would have little teeny tiny holes, like almost microscopic. You wouldn't even see them, but they just would develop. And then you started having leaks. You wouldn't even know it was behind your walls or under your sink or something. And then the next thing you know, the crack gets bigger and your house gets flooded, which then is one of the reasons why insurance, they don't typically love older PECs. So it can cause a problem for your insurance, and then obviously the damage that comes along with any leaks that you might have had. So that one to me is a little bit worse than aluminum wiring. However, aluminum wiring is definitely something to be concerned about. I also feel like it's a little bit easier of a fix. You can do a whole house rewire, which would be the more expensive route to go. But there's also what we call Alumicon connectors that go on the wiring and is more acceptable for insurance. Now, don't get me wrong, insurance will accept aluminum wiring, but it does mean that it might be a little bit more expensive of an insurance policy. So if you're trying to be budget conscious and you want to watch your monthly payment, or you want to have the lowest insurance premium you could possibly get, then you definitely want newer PECs and either copper wiring or the Alumicon connectors so that you can be mindful of those expenses. Like I said, it's not technically the end of the world on these things, but as you worry about future maintenance and things, or even potentially reselling your current home, if you have those, it's going to become an issue for the next person. Not necessarily you. Your insurance is probably still okay with it, but when it changes hands, that's when insurance starts to have problems with things. It's just a Florida thing. We wish it wasn't like that, but unfortunately, our hands are tied when it comes to someone getting a loan on that home, and then they need insurance for the loan purposes. So if that's something that you have in your house right now, you may want to consider making those changes before you sell your home, and then just living in it with yourself if you don't plan on selling for a while, because at least you can enjoy the home and not have to worry about any type of issues coming up unexpectedly.